Welcome to the Blerds and Nerds Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerds and Nerds Podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts and everything going on in nerd culture. How are you guys doing?
Sleepy.
Me too. Sleepy. Yep. Recording
good.
Yep. Recording on a Sunday in the middle of Labor Day weekend. Here we are.
I know why James is sleepy.
What?
He watched all 8 episodes. All
Just
that.
about.
He did just about. Of course he did. Of course he did.
I bet you.
I wouldn't
bet that.
expect anything less from James. He showed up to this podcast ready. Got the One Piece do-rag on and everything. Look at that.
Yeah, my One Piece shirt. Yeah, my Zorro shirt.
Yep.
My man Luffy.
Look
Right?
at Jaja.
Not
Not Luffy.
I'm getting on. I'm getting on. I'm closer and closer to being a real One Piece fan. I'm gonna earn my badge soon.
What have you guys been up to? What are some nerdy things?
Nerdy things. I could go first. It's been a busy week for me. I had 2 fantasy football drafts to do, so I've been playing ESO still. That's my main thing on the Xbox. I know Starfield came out for early access at September 2nd. I forgot September 1st. Forgot to clarify that last week. So the people who don't have early access, we got to wait till the 6th to touch it. So I haven't watched a review on it. I've only seen what came out before the game came out.
I've seen lots of reviews.
We can talk about that when we get to video games because I do have a take on that. What else? One Piece. One Piece has taken over my nerdy things. I stopped, dropped, and rolled when the Netflix anime came out. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Me neither.
I'm 2 episodes in. I don't want to pass myself where I'm at in the manga. And I think I'm close to where the season's gonna end.
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna pass. I don't think you're gonna pass where you are.
So definitely don't want to, and I've been just jumping back into the anime and like rewatching that, and I'm having a good time with that, and I'm gonna triple down on the take that everyone hates, but I like this stuff in English, man. The one especially like the action animes. I just have a better time watching it in English. But yeah, One Piece. I'm One Piecing it out right now. I was rewatching it in Japanese at first, the anime, and I was having a hard time watching it. But in English, it's more enjoyable for me. It's just for me. I know everybody hates that take. So, but I've been watching the anime. Yeah.
Like if it's done and the English dub is out and I'm gonna binge it, I'll just go ahead and English dub.
Well, it is better to watch English dub, especially if you're busy and you're trying to like watch an anime while you're doing something else, like cleaning or something. Like I tried to watch Oshinoko while I would like this weekend, but I was very busy like doing stuff. So, and I refused to watch it in English. So I just didn't watch it. So I was like, I'll watch this when I have a second. So yeah, but like that's the appeal of English dub for me, is that like you can multitask and still watch the show and understand what's going on. Until I become fluent in Japanese, of course, where I can understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
I plan on getting into this game, Sea of Stars. I don't know if you guys seen it. It just came out on all platforms, and it's on Game Pass, so I'm gonna check it out. It's like an RPG, like Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. I'm messing up the name of that RPG, but yeah.
Okay.
But that's it for my nerdy things.
Nice. All right, James, what have you been up to besides the obvious things? But say that too.
Yeah. So definitely One Piece. Been watching that. So I'm at episode 7. I left an episode on purpose, so that way I have a reason to talk about it again next week, so I can say like that I finished it. So yeah. But yeah, I got through the first 7 episodes. I'm really enjoying it. Other than that, I binged this series called Buddy Daddies. It's kind of like Spy Family, where
what's it called?
Yeah, so Buddy Daddies. So it's these
Buddy
2 friends.
Daddies?
Yeah, they're assassins, and then they end up, their one target has a daughter, so then they're like, well, we can't just leave this little girl here, so they end up adopting her, and then it's kind of like their story from there. So
they kill her father and then they adopt her. That's so messed up.
Yeah, well, it was part of their like assassin job, so it reminded me of Spy Family.
Okay.
So it was a good watch. So yeah,
up.
I think it was like 11, 13 episodes, something like that. Something pretty short. I finished Ollie World. That was pretty cool. And I started the new Adventure Time, so Fiona and Cake.
Fiona and Cake. I heard that was really good.
Yeah, so 2 episodes are out. That's really good. My Adventures with Superman, I think it just finished, so I gotta watch the last episode, but
Guys,
it's been really good.
I forgot all about that show.
Oh man,
I watched
it's good.
I know it was good. I just forgot about it. I watched 3 episodes, and then I asked my boyfriend one day what he was doing, and he was like, "Oh, I'm watching Superman," and I'm like, "Oh, I just completely forgot. I forgot about it, so I have to catch up on. Catch up on that.
It's a lot of stuff out right now.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I was looking at some upgrading my PC, so I had to go through like a checklist of like compatible parts, stuff like that, super nerdy stuff. I was up quite a while. It took me probably like 4 hours to check all the different compatibilities of the pieces, or the parts that I wanted. So I think I got it down right. So I'm gonna go ahead and order those, and I got to get a new TV because my TV randomly broke. It's not like completely broken, but it's like there's pretty much 2 images on the screen, but one is super faded out in the background. So if you're not paying attention, you don't see it, but I know it's there, so I can see it. So I got to get a new TV. So I'll probably go do that later today.
Sounds like burning.
Yeah, yeah. So
definitely some very bad burning.
That sucks.
Yeah. So
what kind of TV are you gonna get?
It's a Samsung TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get that QLED.
There we go.
Nice.
You might as well get a Galaxy.
Samsung Galaxy. Now you threw another variable in there. I gotta over research it before I go to Best Buy later today. So
yeah, they I know when I got a Samsung TV, my phone was super compatible for it. Like you can screen screen share with no Wi-Fi.
You're talking about the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not. I thought you meant a TV. I'm not getting no Samsung phone. I'm gonna stick to my iPhone.
You want it to be compatible, you want. It's fun though. Dag, I'm sorry if there's noise in the background. They're doing some work outside my house. Can y'all hear that?
No, not really.
No, not really. Yeah, that's all my nerdy things though.
Wait, didn't you go to? Wasn't the Grand Line cruise for Plus Ultra Entertainment this weekend, or is that not?
Oh, that's tomorrow actually.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's a booze cruise for One Piece. So it's like a open bar kind of cruise on. I think it's like Georgetown, whatever that body of water is, somewhere in DC. But it's a body of water. There's a cruise, so it's not like a cosplay mandatory. So I actually don't even have a cosplay. I just have a Trafalgar Law shirt that I'm wearing. But yeah, that's tomorrow, Labor Day. So yeah, One Piece booze cruise. I'll be out there with Plus Ultra Entertainment.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
That sounds like fun. You know what TV I really want? Sorry, I was gonna bring this up when we were talking about TVs. You know what TV I really want? I want the Samsung, the frame TV. You know, the one that like when you're not using it, it's like it looks like a piece of art that's on your wall.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's so expensive though, but it's so cool. But also,
you know what's the best thing about shopping for a new TV?
What?
Like going into like a Best Buy and just looking at all the TVs and how they differ, and then getting sucked in by the super expensive TV that you're not gonna buy.
Yeah.
They got like 16K probably out there by now, but geez, those TVs are beautiful. See every detail.
But the frame TV is really cool. But then somebody did a review on it and they said the TV is great, but then it's like you have to pay for everything. Like you have to pay for the art that you want it to show, like when your TV's not on. Like there's some free stuff, but like
you can't use your own pictures.
You might be able to use your own pictures. I'm not sure. And then like you have to pay for the actual frame itself. You know, like the border frame that like it's separate. It doesn't come with the TV. So I'm like, that's kind of stupid. And the TV by itself, the smallest size, 55 inch, is already $1,700, which is nuts for it to not come with anything. So
I hate to be that guy, but I feel like if you have the phone, the Galaxy, you would have a lot of stuff that you don't need to pay for.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm sure there's a way to use your pictures if you have the phone.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can use your pictures without having a Samsung phone. Just
has to be a way.
But you know, this TV's for the rich. I'm not. It's not. It's a little out of my budget. I refuse to pay over $1,000 for a television. But you know, that's me. A 55 inch television.
You should take a look at the laser TVs. Those things are cool.
Pricey?
Probably.
I would like a laser projector or something like that. Those are like probably thousands and thousands. I forgot how much it was when I looked at it, but they're out of this world.
Oh yeah, they're in the thousands.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
But it's supposedly like some of the best quality you could get.
Mm.
Movie theater quality.
Is it my turn to go over nerdy things? Okay, cool.
Yes, it is.
Well, on Friday, I went with some of my friends to an anime rave that was in the city.
Ooh.
I would like to say that it was fun, but it was all right. It wasn't really what I was expecting. We were expecting to hear like a lot of. It was basically anime mashup with EDM, which I don't know why I was expecting anything different because it's a rave, but I feel like it was more like rave than it was anime. It was like very little anime sprinkled in there, but a lot of people cosplayed, and it was really, they had the cosplay of other people, seeing other people's cosplay was like really cool, and a lot of people went. It was very, very crowded. Like when we got, it was like in the city, like 46th Street or something. When we got into like the general area of the neighborhood, you just saw tons of people walking on the street in cosplay, and you all know that they were going like to that party. And the line was super long. It wrapped around, like, to get in, it wrapped around 4 blocks, 4 corners, and it took us 45, probably like 50 minutes to get in after we stood online for an hour, and that was crazy too. But the party was okay. It was okay. Don't know if I would go back to that party that company threw, but like it was cool.
Did you dress up?
No, because I honestly, I've my friends have had tickets for a while, but I completely forgot to buy my ticket, and I forgot all about it. I thought it was at the end of the month, but I was like, oh no, it's this weekend. It's today. So I wore a t-shirt, like I wore a Sailor Moon t-shirt, but I didn't like dress up in like cosplay. But
I feel like everything you described sounds not only amazing, but exactly what I expect from an anime rave. So
Yep. So now I
glad
know.
you got to experience that.
I did. I experienced it.
What was the best cosplay you've seen?
Somebody did a really dope Usopp cosplay. Actually, I wish I would have got a picture of him, but there were a lot of people there. But I think there was like a cosplay contest, but it wasn't done very well. There was like no stage for people to stand on, so they kind of did the contest like they told people to back up, and they did it like in the middle of the floor. So it's like if you were not in the front row, you couldn't see anything. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
so like I don't know who won or anything like that, but it was not done in the best way. But his cosplay was he had a really dope cosplay though. I think he won. I couldn't hear or see anything, so I don't know. But I know he went up there. So, but yeah, that was the best one I seen. And then somebody also did a really cool Roshi cosplay, like Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z. Somebody did a really good cosplay of him, and like it was really good because you couldn't tell how old the person was, like really at all. Like I couldn't tell if he was like a young person cosplaying as an older person or if he was actually like middle-aged or old. I couldn't tell, something like that. It was really cool. So I did that. What else did I do? I watched One Piece. I just finished episode 3 before I jumped on here, so I have to watch episodes, so I'm gonna be on episode 4. I didn't want to like rush through it because like I'm really enjoying it, so I didn't want to like rush to finish it and then it's over. But we'll talk a little bit more in detail about it. Not too much because I don't want to like talk more about where you are, Jaja. You said that you finished episode 2, right? Or are you on episode 2?
I'm finished episode 2, so I'm on 3.
Okay.
I almost did what you did. Like at 10 o'clock, I was like, "Yo, I'm about to just play the 3rd episode of One Piece," but yeah, I got distracted.
But yeah, we'll talk about it a little more in detail later. And then what else did I do? I think that's it. Those are my nerdy things for the week. I tried to watch Yoshinoko, like I said, but I didn't have a chance to watch it because it was like either watch that or watch One Piece. Which one? I don't know. So I had to choose, and I chose to watch One Piece.
So you didn't finish any of it? Not the first episode, that really long episode.
I got 15 minutes into the first episode. Then I was like,
okay, all right.
I want to watch One Piece. So then I stopped watching it, and then I watched One Piece.
Fair enough.
One Piece effect.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I definitely want to finish that before this, or like at least start it before this podcast. So I chose to do that. But my boyfriend's watching it though, after he listened to this episode last week. And he said it was really weird, and now I think he's enjoying it. So
yeah, that's pretty much the take.
So I'll watch it soon so I can see what y'all are talking about. All right. So that was all of my nerdy things. Let's get into some nerd news for this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start it off. I didn't have a great transition. Sorry, guys. But Sony, in their ever expanding attempts to steal our money, is raising the cost of PlayStation Plus prices. Their yearly plans. So, where are the numbers? Great. So the essential plan, if you have that on a yearly basis, going from $60 to $80, so it's moving up $20. The extra plan is moving up from $100 to $135, and the premium plan is moving up from $120 to $160. Why is a premium plan going up by so much compared to the other two plans? I don't get it. What is that? What, 20?
Yeah, they must be offering a whole lot more.
Yeah, what's that? $40 it's moving up.
Yeah,
and then the other, yeah,
40.
it's kind of, yeah. Is that what you have, James? The premium plan?
I did have it. I have the extra plan right now.
Got it. So it says if you're currently subscribed, the increase won't take effect until your next renewal date or after November 6th. But if you make any changes to your subscription, then you're gonna have to pay, which is, I think, a little unfair also. But yeah, the hike is going into effect so that Sony, quotes, can continue to bring high quality games to the platform. Sure. I don't know why they can't do that already. Xbox doesn't cost anywhere near that much, but whatever. James, are you happy about this price increase?
Definitely not. I got to spend more money. Yeah, they're tripping.
But do you think it's worth it though? As someone who's like on their PlayStation often and like experiencing, do you think that the price is worth it for what they're offering you on the extra plan?
The current price, I think it is. So 100, I was perfectly fine with. 135, I may have to reevaluate and see like, all right, is there anything that I'm actually going to be playing to be paying $35 extra per year for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far, not really. I mean, like Horizon, if I do actually play that because it's on my backlog, then like it will make sense that I can get in, some of these first party AAA titles, and I can just play them kind of whenever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm not actually playing those, then it definitely wouldn't be worth it. I would stick to Essential.
Yeah. What else is in your backlog, James? I'm curious to hear what you're planning on playing.
Man. So on the Xbox side of things, because I have the Game Pass, I have Hollow Knight. What else was I about to play? There was a game called like Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I have that one too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's on Game Pass. So Horizon, God of War, pretty much the entire Hitman series, and then the Yakuza series is all on my backlog, and then a bunch of other games that I haven't played, and the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was gonna play with the bros. We just haven't had a chance to sit down and play it together yet. So, well, just the DLC piece of that.
Oh, the new expansion. I heard it is fire. The new survival mode.
Revenge. Yeah,
that's a lot of games. That's a lot of games.
I've been trying to clear them out, so that's why I was playing Ollie Ollie World. I knocked that out pretty quickly. And there's another game. It's like a time traveling kind of game. I can't remember. Oh, Deathloop. I have that on both Game Pass and PS5, so I got to figure out where I'm gonna play it because but I do have it on both.
So, question: do you plan on playing Starfield?
No, I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna play it. But I did see some videos on it. It looked like a massive world of stuff to do. So I would definitely be sinking a lot of time into that if I were to play it.
I'll play Starfield, maybe. I got Xbox Game Pass to work on my Steam Deck, so try to play it over there.
Nice.
I mean, while we're talking on Starfield, I could just give my quick take right now. And I remember when I brought up on this pod that I was gonna be mad if you can't get in your spaceship and just drive straight down on a planet and land. Get out and just walk around. So I've seen a lot of articles before the game came out, before people were even allowed to review the game, saying that, you can't just walk around the entire planet. And that's kind of the expanded version of my point of like, if I can't just fly down like in No Man's Sky, land, get out my ship, walk north until I'm back at my ship again, meaning walking 360 around the whole entire planet, no matter how long it takes, then this game is going to be kind of flawed. I know it's kind of small, but that detail is very important when it comes to immersion and space exploration. And the fact that you can do it in No Man's Sky, you took a lot of things from No Man's Sky. I don't know why you wouldn't take this. So now people are complaining that you just pick locations to land on. You're given an area. There's a border. You can reach that border, and it's an invisible wall. You'll have to go through a loading screen or go on your ship and load into another area on the same planet. And it's kind of, I think that's kind of lame. But anyway.
So it's exactly what you didn't want. Sorry about that. Sorry, Jaja. That sucks.
Dang,
Yeah,
can't let
it
him
is
down.
what it is.
But what have people been saying about the game? Oh no, you didn't look at any reviews. Never mind.
I didn't look at any reviews. So
never mind. Okay. I feel like I saw some like preliminary stuff, but I'm not even gonna talk about it until you play it. So
next week.
Next week. All right. I was about to say something else and I lost my train of thought. Sony, you're not getting any more of my money. That's what I was gonna say.
You canceling your subscription?
I think I pay monthly. I definitely don't pay yearly, so I'm probably actually paying more when I pay monthly then versus if I just got a yearly plan. So I should probably do that actually.
Listen, if you plan on having Game Pass, you should do the deal that I was talking about last week before it ends, and get yourself a quick year at least.
Yes.
First.
Oh yeah. At $19 a month for 12 months, I'm definitely paying way more than if I were to just get a yearly plan. So I might just do that.
19.
I might just do that. Yes.
I think right now it's 16 if you're paying monthly. That's the highest on Game Pass.
On Game Pass, yeah. But yeah, that's $228 by the end of the year when I could just be paying.
Oh, you might as well get premium.
I know, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I definitely need to because sometimes when you think about like paying for something all at once, you're just like, ugh. But then you just you do all the math when you're paying month to month, and I'm just like, well, yeah, I'm paying actually way more in the long run. So let me not. All right, Jaja, it's your time to shine. Talk to us about Xbox 360.
Xbox 360. I got some bad news for all my 360 players out there. What a beautiful time it was through the 360 era. But the 360 marketplace is shutting down July 29th, 2024. You got like a year to start buying all the games that you don't have that you want to have. I think there's about 220 games that are not backward compatible, meaning you won't be able to play it on your Xbox XS yet. Phil Spencer came out and he was talking about game preservation and how he was focusing more to where the gamers are right now. He said there's a low population of people still playing on the 360. So, they got to divert their resources where the gamers are. And he was trying to come up with a solution to preserve these games because everyone's worried. Like, I got a whole bunch of digital games connected to my Xbox player profile. What happens when your server shut down? Like, can I still play my games? I know that's going to be even more crazy on the Xbox One because like some of these games, if you don't have internet, you can't even get into it. Like you can't log into the game. Even if it's a single player game, you can't get into it unless you're online. So it's going to be tricky. But right now he's saying if you download all the games, they'll still be playable on the system, of course. Now, when, the system is hard to find or like, yours break and you need to get a new one, the only other alternative right now is emulators, which they do have for the 360. So they got to find a solution for that, or else the emulators, it's going to be hard to regulate that. Like, like all the games that are old, the emulators should be able, like, you shouldn't be penalized for getting the emulator and downloading.
Well, I was about to say, like, is that something that they should really care about? if they're emulating old games and you can't even get anyone?
I think they weren't caring up, like they cared about it in the beginning and now it kind of fell off. But right now you can emulate the Switch. You can emulate PS4. You can emulate Elden Ring. You can emulate all the current stuff. So that's true. They might be a little bit, I think they're still worried about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. You definitely, that is something that they should be worried about. Not for us though, because good for us that we can emulate these things.
Yeah, but I'm not even emulating the current stuff. Like, just go support whatever system you want to get. But I'm talking about older stuff that we lose access to. Like, I'm worried about my 360 games right now that I can't play on the next generation. I have tons of them. So,
yeah.
It all sounds money hungry to me. Like, they aren't offering it to be able to play at all. So it's like these are just lost in the sauce. Like they're not even trying to capitalize on, oh, let's make these available on next gen, but you just got to pay extra to play it. Like,
I mean, they tried. They have a backwards compatibility list of all the games that they brought from the 360, but some of them they can't because some of them, the publishers don't exist anymore. The developers don't exist anymore. So the people who own the rights to those games, like, there's no one to, approve that. So there's some things that stop it from being ported over. It might not be compatible with, like, who knows? Like, but they're saying they'll still be available to play on the 360. So as long as you download it in a year after the marketplace is done, you can still re-download it if you delete it off your system. So
Okay. That's something.
Gotcha. Something needs to be done. Just like something needs to be done about these video game voice actors. We are striking now.
I was waiting.
Or at least trying to strike. Yeah. So SAG-AFTRA, they geared up for a possible strike amongst video game industry, and the board approves authorization. So you guys hear about this one?
Yes. Good transition, James. I was waiting for you to take us into this category. So yeah. We're about to experience a drought in our movies and things, but now also in our video game releases, because they're not trying to pay the actors that contribute to voice acting and to motion capture and like all these things that we need to make video games possible. So here we are again, more greed.
Yeah, and there's 10 companies facing possible strike, 10 video game companies facing possible strike. So Activision, Blind Light, Disney Character Voices, Electronic Arts, EA, Epic Games, Formosa, Insomniac, the one I'm most worried about, Take-Two, VoiceWorks Productions, and WB Games. So
can I just say real quick, yeah. I'm not surprised at all that EA is on here. Freaking
EA doesn't pay anybody.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So my first thought when I seen this was like, oh, video game strike. I hope Spider-Man is not in jeopardy. And Insomniac Games is on this short list of companies
but
about to face a possible strike.
Spider-Man's about to come out. Spider-Man should be done, right? Isn't it coming out next month?
It does drop next month. So yeah, I was immediately worried about Spider-Man. But
in theory, it should technically be finished. They could still release it, right?
So that's the saving grace. So I think any of the voice acting and things like that would be up for strike crossover. I think those pieces are done. But I mean, if we're standing in just complete solidarity, then maybe they'll be like, hey, just don't play this game at all, or just don't buy this game. So that we might be crossing some picket lines if we do pick up this game. But at the moment, it's still just a possible strike. So there's no for sure strike happening. It's just a possibility at the moment. But the way things are moving, just in Hollywood, it looks like it's gonna go down. So those 10 companies mentioned, their games may be stricken.
So if they do go on strike, it would be then wrong for me to buy Spider-Man, is what you're saying.
You would be crossing that picket line.
I don't think so.
I don't know, because y'all was over here playing Call of Duty when Activision Blizzard was. So I'm not gonna feel that. I think this is the one pass I would allow.
It depends on how you look at it, because some of the actors say like, yeah, go support our stuff, even though we're striking, because we still get paid from the royalties. Like, we still have a contract with that stuff. Like, it hurts both the companies and the actors if nothing gets bought. But if you're looking at it from I want to make the companies feel the consumer's buying power when it comes to this, and how we feel should sway how they operate, then yeah, it makes sense not to watch and not to support. It just depends on how you want to tackle it.
I would want to get an actor's take on this, because it's kind of like the same thing with streaming. Remember, Jaja, when we thought that we were like hurting the actors?
I'm pretty sure that it's depending on the actor you talk to. It's going to be, the opinion will sway all around. Like, there's all different perspectives. You got the A actor, you got the B actor, you got the actor who has one hit, you got the actor who has a bunch of small roles. You got, you know what I mean? It's different perspectives on that. I just wanted to mention what this fight is over in the video game industry, because it goes hand in hand with what the actors and writers are going with. And they're saying that the union is fighting for protective language in the contract that will require informed consent and appropriate payment for the creation and use of digital replicas for training AI systems with our members' performances. So it's similar to what the actors are fighting for. Like, if I come perform, you can't just use my likeness and digitally recreate it, and now you don't need me anymore, and I don't get compensated for the new stuff that is using my likeness. So yeah, the threat is kind of realer for them, because I'm pretty sure it's being done already in video games, right? That's what it sounds like. Like, it's being done right now, and they're not getting compensated. So yeah, pay Let's because I think this fight is way bigger than the media is like. I think like this streaming, like how you get paid off of streaming is like a huge. It's gonna change the industry. I think when this contract is done.
It's crazy. These games, these companies make so much money, and like, it's crazy that like we can't pay them. So I'm gonna look up. So I looked up how much Insomniac Games made last year. I don't even know how much. I don't even know if this is true, but their company is worth $229 million. According to this one article. Actually, wait, hold on real quick. Let me just make sure that this is factual before I just read it out loud. Wait,
Is Insomniac publicly traded? I know Activision is publicly traded, so all that information will be readily available.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. It might not be. I have no clue, actually. Wait, who did you just say? Activision? Activision.
Yep.
How much did Activision?
I wonder how the other like acting guilds are looking at this strike right now, because all of them have contracts with these streaming networks. So like the fact that they're not, I guess their negotiating time hasn't come up yet or something. Because like, why wouldn't they all just be striking right now? Because other guilds are not striking.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. That's actually a very good question.
So I have the financials of Activision here right now. So they're a publicly traded company, ticker symbol ATVI, if you guys are looking to buy some Activision stock. So in the year 2022, their revenue was $7.53 billion. And the operating expenses were $3.64 billion. So they profited about double. So their net income, $1.51 billion, net profit margin, 20.10. And then their earnings per share, 3.4. So they're making money hand over fist. They can definitely be paying, these actors that they're recruiting in their services, voice actors, as well as the developers and even testers, because testers, it's not really talked about that much, but they aren't paid very well when it comes to the gaming industry. And then a lot of them are hired on contractual basis. So they'll hire them specifically for the development piece of the game. And then once the game is, past the point of testing that they need them for, they kind of cut them out the company. So then they got to find a new job. So you guys are making billions and billions of dollars, almost double-digit billions. At least Activision. I think it's time to pay some people, and they're one of the companies that was mentioned here on this list of potential strikes. So
it's definitely time to pay some people. Stop being cheap, freaking cheapos! Oh my god,
it's time to pay the piper. But yes, since the strike isn't actually happening, I think what I'm going to do is it may be a little bit snakish, but I'm going to just pre-order Spider-Man. And since I already paid for it, I might as well play it.
Good thought, James. Good thought.
Yeah,
I might do the same thing. Are we bad people? I don't know.
I don't think so. Life has to go on. They're taking care of their business, so like
Spider-Man.
Unless they ask for, hey, consumers, we need your help. Either buy or don't buy. We are free to do whatever we want. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true.
Dude, if they really want to pull a Dave Chappelle, where he's like, yeah, they got my stuff on streaming. Don't watch it if you mess with me.
What happens when AI? What happens when AI gains autonomy and it just learns about humanity and human rights, and then like AI just refuses to work for the companies,
and then they want their own rights.
And we get Ultron.
Listen,
I see that happening. Just saying. Why not? All right, guys.
While everybody's sitting here being cheap, there are a couple sales that I want to mention real quick in the video game industry. We got Steam over here giving you $152 worth of games for $5. Do not know how long this is gonna last, guys. Get it while it's hot.
Also, guys, don't be fooled. This is not any games valued at $150. This is a predetermined
a bunch of crap games.
Yes,
they got me with clickbait, Shannon.
This is a predetermined pack of 11 games that are worth $152 that you can get for $5.
It's a set bundle. I don't even know any of the games in the list, really. But yeah,
I've never heard of
some random stuff to play.
I've
check
never
out.
heard of any of these games that are on this list.
Same.
Listen, anything Steam I see, I gotta show Shannon. She gotta see that.
I know. So wait, here are the 11 games, just for people out there who know what they are. Black Sad Under the Skin, whatever that is. Agatha Christie, Hercule. Pirate? What is that word? Is that pirate?
That's some good
pirate?
French right there.
Pirate.
Poirot, let's go with that.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Siberia 3, Murder Mystery Machine, Agatha Christie, The ABC Murders, Amazon, The Explorer's Legacy, Siberia 2, The Descendant. Complete seasons, episodes 1 through 5. What? Still Life and Still Life 2. Those are the games that you're getting. So if you're familiar with any of those and you want to play them, then you go ahead. You can get all of them for $5.
See,
I'm our guest.
I'm a sucker
Literally
for
be
this
our
type
guest.
of
Get
stuff.
those and then come on the show.
Like if Xbox were to do this bundle, like if it's games that I don't have, I would probably just buy this bundle. Like I'm a collector like that. Like I download every free Xbox Live Game Gold game. I have probably like 300 Xbox Live Game Golds, free games from Gold that I've never even played. So yeah, this is my type of thing. Sorry guys if it's not that enticing. I thought it was cool.
I mean, go. It's $5. If y'all want to take up the space on your PCs or Steam Decks, then you
or just add it to. You don't have to have it downloaded. It's just in your collection for a rainy day whenever you want. Just to say that you have it. Just to add that number to the number of games that you own. So, but I got a better deal for you guys. For anybody who doesn't have Hogwarts Legacy out, they are giving a huge discount, 30% off across all platforms. You can get it for like $40, the base game pretty much. So for anybody looking to get into Hogwarts, now is the time to buy. And
yes.
I just like to highlight these deals because this game didn't come out that long ago. And I love to, and I usually wait for the first sale because I hate spending $60 on a game, or $70 now on a game. So this is what I was waiting for.
So now you're going to buy it?
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. Still just possibly.
I want it for next gen too. So yeah, I might get it just to have until
Guys,
I can play it.
You should get it. Sorry, I just want to go back really quick to the Steam game. I looked up one of these games just to see what they are. I looked up Black Sad Under the Skin, and it's some kind of weird furries game. It's weird. And this is why it's on sale. That's why it's on sale.
You never know. You might just click into it and play it and be like, this is really interesting. I'm a furry now.
I don't know. No. No, it's weird.
There's popular games that are weirder, like Strays.
Strays is not weird. This game looks weird though, because they're like talking and wearing clothes and it's just odd. I don't know. But that's why it's on sale. Okay, cool. Jaja, you should definitely buy Hogwarts Legacy because it's a great game.
Yes.
You like Harry Potter, so just get in there.
Yep.
Give it a play.
And then I know I put in the rundown a bunch of release dates for all 3 platforms. We don't have to go through it.
I was about to say there's a lot of games on all these lists.
In your own time, just go through the list and see if there's anything we want to highlight. But there's a lot of games coming out. It's a jam-packed fourth quarter, guys. So the gamers win. We win. Just pick a game and play it.
The gamers win until there's a strike. So take it while it's hot.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there right now. So I'm not mad about it.
Yeah,
it's your business. This is the perfect time for a strike, to be honest.
But we hope that it doesn't have to come to that. Let us all agree to pay people what they deserve and to limit AI development. I feel like that's not going to happen, but just trying to put that out, trying to put the positive vibes.
They got to find a way to incorporate it because it's not going away. They're going to use AI, whether you like it or not. So just compensate the humans, please. That makes the humans' work more valuable. You can't have the AI without some type of human input right now. So
I guess. True. All right. It's the moment we've all been waiting for, unless somebody else has something else to say about anything going on in the video game world.
No, buy physical copies because you never know when the online services will go down. So I think I would buy Spider-Man physical. So I do have the disc version of the PS5, so I may as well.
I have the first Spider-Man on a disc also. Yeah.
Listen, if you're trying to collect all the treasures in the world, you got to buy it everywhere. You got to get the free, you got to get physical, you got to get it digital, you got to
What?
get the games that aren't going to be on the next generation because I'm trying to get the One Piece. I'm trying to get all the treasures in the
That
world. All right?
was a good segue. That was good.
Oh my God.
Yes. So highly anticipated One Piece live action has released on Netflix this past week, August 31st, which is this huge thing in our rundown. August 31st, Jaja's apology is when he was supposed to apologize for his comments on the live action trailer when we reviewed it like last month or whenever that was. I don't know if we've made it. I don't know if you've made it far enough into the show to actually give an apology or not. But so
I know if I need to apologize or not right now.
okay. Well, don't do it yet. Don't. No, wait.
Y'all
Let's
gonna
not
hate
wait. Let's
me.
not
Y'all
hear
gonna
it.
hate me.
What? Okay. Let's hear it first. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
You want to start with the apology?
Should we, or should we
Alright.
just talk about no? Yes, because I want to hear what you have to say, and then we'll go into what we think about the show.
Yeah, then you gotta
So-
defend your stance.
Yeah.
So I watched from the first 2 episodes. I have to say I'm really enjoying the Netflix show. Like I'm really enjoying it. It's really surpassed my expectations. I will,
but there
I
it is.
just gotta mention, like, if I hear anybody complain about like CG or anything like that, I'm gonna be mad because I don't know how you do this without CG. I haven't looked at any reviews. I haven't watched any reviews on it. I'm still into the show. I'm not looking at reviews right now. I'm just giving you quick takes. But just looking at the anime, I'm just like if you're comparing it to the anime and the manga, it's like there's a lot of stuff you can't do in that show. And then, they're like, I don't want to say they're rushing through some of the stuff, but like the hour-long episodes, like how long are we gonna stay on one villain, especially if they're low level? I don't know how they're gonna do it later in the season, but it seems like an hour we're gonna get through some of the big fights
by cutting it down.
It's not gonna be a whole long lead up to one fight. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
That's like I'm not a filler hater. I like all that good stuff in between the fights.
Listen.
So.
Filler. First of all,
it doesn't feel rushed. Let me put it like it doesn't feel rushed. It feels like in the format that it's in, it works. Everything's polished. Everything's great. I have nothing bad to say right now. So I apologize, James, for saying that this show is not going to live up to the hype because it has surpassed. It's like one of the best live action animes that I've seen. So they did a good job because they got me to jump back into the anime and the manga. So I think that it did its job. So
it's not one of. I think it is probably the best live action in terms of the acting.
I didn't want to say that until it's finished yet.
Yeah, but like no, you can like tell from the beginning the production value is exactly where it needs to be for this type of show that needs to accomplish the kind of visuals that it needs to accomplish. CGI is great. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the CGI at all. Especially when we saw him stretch for the first time, I was like, this looks pretty good. So if anyone has anything to say about the CGI, then people are just hating for no reason. No reason at all. Seriously. Also, I hate you battle anime diehard fans that call story development and story plot that's happening in between a fight filler. Like, no, there needs to be some real plot that happens. There needs to be some real plot that happens in between all this fighting. It's not filler, guys. It is story and it is real character development. It's not filler. It's not filler. It's not. There needs to be some kind of story that happens. This is why, like, I don't really like.
Just real quick, I went back and watched like the first 2 episodes on Netflix. Out of just like I don't know why I just watched it, right? And I just remember seeing the scene where Kobe's first telling Luffy. Now I hate when this happens. I have both pronunciations in my head, and I second guess myself. But anyway, they're talking in the storage room, and he's telling him how he wants to be a Marine. And then that classic One Piece music comes on, that sad, like, music, that sad, sentimental music when he's telling him about how he wants to be a Marine. And, like, that stuff is missing from the live action. And I, like, you know what I mean?
I think that the live action is actually doing a good job fleshing out areas that weren't really fleshed out in the manga. Like, to be honest, like, not to really spoil much for you, Jaja, but they're fleshing out a lot of Kobe like a lot of Kobe's story in this anime, because I feel like in this show, because I feel like in the manga at least, after Kobe leaves that first time, we don't see him again for a while. But I feel like the show is filling in his backstory. Right? Am I right to say that,
correct
James?
me if I'm wrong, James, but I feel like the anime features more Kobe than the manga does.
The manga doesn't, though. The manga doesn't feature him.
It flashes back. I haven't got that far in the manga, so I can't really say.
We're
but
at the
I
same
remember
spot,
the anime. The anime flashes back to Kobe, like, and even watching it on Netflix. First of all, I feel like I've seen like 5 different origins of One Piece. Like reading the manga, I think I read the first chapter. Like the first 3 chapters I read was like 3 different versions of the first like episode. I feel like it was weird. I don't know if I mentioned that on the podcast. And then even watching the first episode of Netflix, I was like, I don't remember seeing this first episode. Like,
yeah.
So
Romance Dawn.
Maybe
and then it featured Kobe a lot in that first episode. So I was like, okay.
Well, in the first episode, yes. And like I haven't, like I said, I've only read the manga. I haven't watched the anime of one. I've seen like 2 episodes of the anime. So I'm just going off the manga alone. After in the manga, after they leave Kobe in like the first couple chapters, you don't like, I'm on chapter like 100 or like 90 something right now. I have not seen him again yet. So I feel, and I don't know if like in the anime it's different and you do see him more, but I haven't seen him in the manga since that first time that they left him.
I'm sure he's coming back.
Yeah, but
he's
like
Jaja,
me and you, no, but I'm saying like Jaja, me and you are in the same spot. So I feel like in these first few episodes of the live action, they're doing a good job in filling in like what he's doing during that time. And again, like this might be still copying the anime because I haven't seen the anime and I don't know if like they changed it from the manga, but in the manga you don't see him really. Like you don't get flashback to him a lot, like in this timeline, in the same timeline that we're in. So, but James, you can tell me because, or maybe you're just like so far removed from the beginning that you don't remember at all. So I don't know.
James is like, both of you guys are wrong. This is the One Piece law right here.
No, so there's actually 2 different studios that worked on it. So there's a 4Kids version and a Funimation version. So depending on so that's why you feel like there were different iterations of the beginning of like the origin story of it. So yeah, the 4Kids one was pretty bad. They skipped a lot of stuff. There's a lot of censorship going on. This isn't the anime, and then the Funimation kind of took it a little more closely to the original. So yeah, it depends on which one you initially seen that you might get a different interpretation of the beginning of One Piece. So I started with pretty much the manga, and then even the manga kind of strays away from what the anime shows. So at least in the beginning, like the beginning of the manga and the beginning of the anime are kind of branched a little. I mean, it still covers all the same stuff, but I think that's where the disconnect here is with you and Shannon, because like you might be talking about the anime intro, and then she's talking about the manga intro. So then it does show a little bit more Kobe in the anime versus the manga. But yeah, in the live action, he's definitely like a prominent character. Like he's right. I think he's in prominent. Almost every single episode.
He is so far, yeah.
And I don't know if you started. I know I gave you the link for the colored version, but I think in the beginning they had Kobe there in the manga. I'm not sure how heavy he was featured because I feel
in the beginning he was
go by faster in the manga, so it's hard to say how big. For me at least.
In the beginning he is in it, but I'm talking about like when they leave him and then like he stays to like join the Marines. Like in the manga, after he stays to join the Marines, you don't see him again. Like I haven't seen him again yet since that point, and I'm on chapter like 94 right now, so I haven't seen him in the manga. That's what I'm saying. After he joins, but like, and again, I don't know if that's different in the anime, but like in the show, they're weaving him in a lot. So,
do y'all think we're getting a season 2 of this show?
Well, I can't say because I don't know.
I'm doing what it takes to get a season 2. I'll buy all the merch, I'll buy the toys. I'll rewatch it.
Ooh, I got Zoro's.
I'll write
voice,
it myself if I have to.
I think Zoro's voice is like perfect in this show, and Luffy.
The acting is spot on.
I love all of them, but like
great.
Zoro's, like I like his acting style. Like it fits. It's like that's what I imagine from Zoro.
I also really like the actor who's playing Usopp. Like I think they did a good job casting without like where like I can still kind of see him without like the over the top like long nose that would be like unrealistic to portray and like everything. I feel like I can still like see him in this like live action portrayal. Like I still see the similarities. So I enjoyed his casting too. So casting's good. Casting's good, acting's great.
Does this leave us with high hopes for Avatar?
No.
Is it connected
it's a
at all?
different studio working on that.
The creators of Avatar walked away from it. So no, my hopes are not high at all.
Okay, well, everybody take notes because this is how you do a live action anime.
This is how you do it.
The source, the creator.
Yes, you have to involve the creator. That's the only way. And you have to have a budget, a good budget for CGI.
Yeah.
Don't put people in ridiculous wigs. You don't have to make everyone Asian. Especially like if they're not really supposed, like One Piece is not, like, especially when they're not supposed to be, you know what I mean? So I feel like the diversity in the casting is good.
So I didn't notice it as much in the anime, but Shank's crew.
What?
Gosh, you know what I'm gonna say.
No, I don't actually.
That was epic. That was one of my favorite scenes from the first two episodes. Shank's crew going to work, and all of them were.
Oh man, if you like them, then
they was. Oh man, that got me hyped. I'm sorry. I love that scene. I might go back and watch that one scene over because that was so dope. They were just kicking ass and taking names, man.
That's all they ever do. Anytime you see them, it's going to be some fun. Actually, man. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, when Shank shows up, everything changes. Still to this day in the manga.
James, how different would you say the manga?
I'm here for the long ride, man.
How different would you say the manga is from the anime? Like, does the anime deviate from the manga a lot?
Nah, it sticks pretty true to it. The anime adds a lot more, so the manga is kind of a little bit more streamlined. But so like some of the stuff with Kobe that they kind of weren't showing in the manga, they'll show in the anime.
Got it.
And then even some of the filler stuff, like some of the filler, sometimes is kind of it's relevant to what's going on, but it's not directly related to the story. But they don't skip any like important details.
Okay, so like in the anime, if you remember, since you're 1,000 episodes deep or whatever. When they went to never mind, I can't talk about this because Jaja's not on episode 3 yet. He didn't start, so I'm not gonna.
I know what happens. I watched up to 200. So
okay, so in the anime, when they meet Usopp in that village and they meet Kaya, do they stay at the mansion for the night in the anime? And does all that stuff happen that happened in that episode? Because a lot of stuff that happened.
I don't know if they stayed at the mansion though.
Okay, yeah,
it's been so long. Yeah,
I was gonna say that part was definitely. Well, at least from the manga to the live action, that whole part was fleshed out a lot because like none of that really happened in the anime. Yeah. In the manga.
And the anime
story changes too.
They show him going back and forth to her house and telling her stories. I don't spending the night.
The whole crew spends the night at the mansion when they first meet her, which did not happen in the manga. So I was wondering if that happened in the anime because I was going to say that they fleshed that out pretty well if it didn't happen in the anime.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see the live action.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want to talk about it.
Gotcha. Got it.
What are the masses saying about this show? Do they like it?
I haven't really seen anyone say anything bad about it.
Good.
What? Because I think they were just trolling, but there was one point where Luffy was like, "I don't feel like eating right now," and then someone was like, "Oh, this show is unwatchable." Luffy always wants to eat, so like, I don't know if that's like a big enough discrepancy to say it's bad.
It's not. People.
You haven't gotten to that part, yeah. But yeah, but actually, the IGN official review they gave it a 6, and they said it sticks too close to the source material. So I don't know how that's a bad thing.
Yo, get out of here!
How is that bad?
Get that
if it deviated too far from it, then people would give it a 3 because it doesn't stick close enough to it. What?
Yeah,
people can just never be happy.
Out of here.
People can never be happy.
Any popular show from Game of Thrones to Lord of the anything that like is based off of a book, you don't want it to go too far from the book. You're mad that it doesn't get as detailed as the book, if anything.
People just like the material is what you like for it. You're like, oh, I want to see this, animated or live. Then like because of what the source material is, not someone else's interpretation of what's going on. So that was a strange view. But One Piece fans and even people that don't like One Piece that just wanted to check it out just because of the hype. Like everyone I've been talking to about it hasn't been enjoying it. So
yeah, good. I was afraid that it was going to be like overhated just because the anime fans can never be satisfied really. But I think that this is and I don't know how you can be upset about a live action that the creator made. Like, I don't know like how you can be mad about it. Like, I just don't know. Like, the creator made this show, so why are you I don't know what people can complain about, but I think it's like one of the best live actions I've seen. Like, everything looks great, honestly, visually, and
numbers wise, it's doing really well on Netflix. So it's number 1 in 84 different countries, surpassing the record set by Stranger Things season 4 and Wednesday on Netflix.
nice.
So
that means
number
it
one in
is
84
that means
countries
it
is a big
is
deal.
getting a season 2.
I believe that stat.
It's all about the opening stream numbers, really, that determines whether or not it's going to get a second season.
That is a Netflix stat that I can see being real.
Yeah. How long do you think we're gonna have to wait for a season 2?
Well, we got strikes going on. Then film time, so it might be late 2020.
But it depends on the production
when they start
company.
teasing it. Yeah.
If this isn't a US based thing, then
Which
we
I don't
can
know.
get it. We can get it next year or something. Who knows?
Which I don't know if it is. What studio is working on this? Let's see.
I'm telling you, everybody else is still shooting movies, still filming stuff. Other countries still making content, and it's just America that this is playing out in, which I think is bad for the overall market like that.
I don't think it's an American production company.
So we shall see. No word on the green light, right? I thought they would have been greenlit season 2 on this.
No, not yet. I mean, it just came out. We'll probably know in a couple of weeks if it gets greenlit for season 2.
Like, they should have knew before it came out that this is going to be greenlit.
Well,
this is one.
So the studio's called Tomorrow Studios. I can't really see right now where they're based, but yeah, Tomorrow Studios is. Let's give them a round of applause because they did a really great job with this.
And it's produced by Kaji Productions, so it's a couple different things in the pots here. But yeah, I think we'll know in like a couple weeks if it gets greenlit. But I'm enjoying it, which is why I kind of want to savor it. But I'm gonna finish it soon. But I'm definitely gonna hop back on and finish and continue watching it after we are done potting for today. But yeah, it's great.
Yep.
Great. And so Jaja has apologized. Jaja shitted on the trailer, and now he's eating his words.
Watching the anime, he's reading the manga. He's all in.
I'm invested.
He's invested. Look at that. In the spirit of anime, does anyone else have anything to say about One Piece?
Watch it.
Watch it. Week. If you were on the fence about watching it, definitely watch it. It's definitely worth watching.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
But which voice is better? Luffy's English voice or live action voice? Anime English voice or live action English voice? I can't. Or Japanese voice, if that is your thing.
I can't answer it.
That's a question for next pod. You can come back and answer it.
Well, no, I can't answer it because I haven't watched the anime, and I will not watch the anime.
Watch like 5 minutes just to hear his voice. I think his voice is dope in the anime.
James, what is your opinion?
Whose voice is better?
Yeah, I prefer his anime voice just because the raspiness of it. The accent is throwing me off, even though he's canon. He is supposed to be from that area. I think he's Brazilian.
He's Brazilian, yeah.
Yeah, so the accent's throwing me off a little bit, but I do like his canon voice. But I've been nearly 1,000 episodes in with that same voice, so it may take some getting used to. But I don't think his the live action voice is bad.
Yeah. The only reason the accent's throwing me off is because when they do flashbacks to him as a kid, he clearly does not have an accent.
Does not have the accent.
So I'm just like,
and does he have a
totally different accent?
Yeah.
Because he has a lisp when he's older. Does he have a lisp as a kid? I didn't notice that.
I didn't know it was funny either.
No, I don't think he had a lisp as a kid, but there's definitely no accent as a kid either. So it's just kind of weird to see him go from having no accent to an accent. But I like his voice in the live action. Yeah, but again, I don't have anything to compare it to because I have not watched his English voice in the anime. I think the couple episodes I watched of One Piece, I watched it in sub. So, and I don't remember what he sounded like. But yeah. In the spirit, so everyone who's thinking about doing a live action adaptation of an anime should be the gold standard for you. You should look at what's done here and just do that, and I should never have to see a bad live action anime again after this. I shouldn't have to. But in the spirit of anime, I wanted to go through. IGN released what they think are the top 25 best anime series of all time. So, in the spirit of anime, I would love to go through this list and see what they think and see if we agree or disagree with any of the things that are on here for the ones that you've seen.
I better see One Piece and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
All right, let's see. You guys ready?
Yeah.
So I think 25 obviously is the worst, going all the way up to 1, which is the best. So at 25, they have how do you pronounce this one? Is it Haikyuu, which is the volleyball anime. I've never watched any sport anime, so I can't really give a comment on this at all. So have you
is good.
seen this?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. I can't get into the sports animes. I just feel like I would get bored after a couple episodes. Have you seen this, Jaja? Haikyuu?
No, but the sports and like they're usually really good. Like
I know.
it's similar to like the cooking one. You watched the cooking one, right?
Yes, Food Wars. Yeah, I did watch Food Wars.
Yeah, yes. They make it really entertaining. So I mean, this one I heard about this one. It's on the list, but I haven't got a chance to it. And it's not my go-to, the sports ones. But when I usually watch them, they end up being good.
If there's any sport anime you watch, it should be Blue Lock. Blue Lock might be the sport anime.
That's the one on that I keep hearing about.
Which one is that? The basketball one? Which one is that?
Soccer.
It's soccer.
Oh, soccer. Okay. Really? This is the go-to one.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Lock is like that.
Okay. Well, newsflash, guys, I probably will never watch any I will never watch any sports anime. But I'll keep that in mind. So that's coming in at number 25. Number 24, Trigun. Throwing it back, way, way back to the old times. I don't think I've ever seen Trigun. Have either of you seen Trigun?
So,
yep.
I've seen Trigun. And I'm not mad that it's on this list. I'm trying to debate whether I should say this before we go through the list or after. But you just hinted at like most of the stuff. I just skimmed through the list. Most of it is like old school stuff. And I was gonna ask, like, when it comes to making the list of all-time greatest animes, does the new school stuff kind of get discounted just because it hasn't been cemented as classic stuff yet?
No,
or
it shouldn't. The new stuff should definitely get counted in here for sure.
So how do you count it? When you're making an all-time list, it's hard to go against the OGs.
I don't think it is though, because if it's better, then it's better.
Yeah, like if you put two completed series next to each other, then I think that's a fair assessment. Like, okay, this show is complete. This show is complete. Which one do you like more?
Yeah,
gotcha. All right, we can keep going.
So Trigun. So number 23, Dragon Ball Z, which I am shocked to see all the way down here. Even though I don't think it should be all the way down here, but I definitely don't think it should be in the top 5. But I don't think it should be number 24, number 23 either. Okay, Jaja. Okay. Yeah, I said top 5. It could have gone in the top 10, not top 5. But it definitely should not be number 23.
When we're making an all-time list, like you gotta think impact on culture and society. Like Dragon Ball Z made anime popular. Hands down.
I wonder
if there's no arguing against that.
It did. No, it did. You're right. I wonder if there's a tier list for anime. That we can do that next.
I can find one. It's going to be tough because it's got to be stuff that we've all seen. But
yeah, that's true.
Dragon Ball Z has one of the biggest impacts on anime culture.
Like, no, that's true. No, you're right. It's true. It's
I 100% disagree with the numbering of this list. The numbering of this list is total BS. But I'm not mad at the titles they have on it.
So I'm just gonna read their reasoning for putting it as number 23. Dragon Ball Z was a gateway drug for many young anime fans, and for a good reason. The series isn't particularly deep, as it basically revolves around superhuman martial artist Goku and his friends testing their mettle against an increasingly powerful and outlandish series of foes. Yes. But what the series lacks in terms of plot, yes, it does. It makes up for in humor. Okay, well, this is not really an explanation, but yes, it does lack in plot a lot. So, which was my biggest critique of Dragon Ball Z, honestly. But I will agree that yes, it is what made anime popular in America. I will say. For sure.
Yep. It was my gateway drug.
Yep.
See, now y'all about to make me hate some new animes that are dope. What do you think about the plot of Demon Slayer?
Well, first of all, I would start by saying that I'm like a season behind on Demon Slayer, so I can't really say. But I feel like Demon Slayer. I feel like in the first. Don't look at me like I saw that look you gave me, James. But I feel like the first season of Demon Slayer, I feel like there was more plot. There was substantially more plot in there than Dragon Ball Z had ever displayed plot. Dragon Ball Z's plot is the fighting. There's no like real plot in between or like any real character development except for like power-ups. That's it.
So is
Except for
Demon Slayer. There's
I mean, that
nothing
could be
going
right.
on besides the
true.
fighting in Demon Slayer.
That could be true too.
I'm-
But that's the problem with battle anime in general, guys. That's what I'm saying. That's all. It all lacks plot. All the battle animes lack plot because it's all about the fighting. That's it. The fighting and the power-ups. That's all it is.
That's
I
fair.
don't think so.
That is
One Piece
fair.
doesn't lack plot.
I don't know.
Big time plot.
One Piece got hella plot before the fight. You find out why he wants to beat them up, what the bad guy's motivation is,
I mean, that's true.
New side characters, like it's a lot of build up to those fights.
I mean, it is build up. Do the fans consider that filler? Is that what they consider filler? It's not. It's not filler, guys. It's plot.
No, filler is like stuff that has nothing to do with the fight.
No, I know.
If it's
Yeah,
for an
fun stuff.
episode,
I know.
they're going out
Like
to go
Robot
pick
Naruto.
apples. Like like
All right.
side, let's go. I don't know. We can move on.
Number 22, I feel like the battle anime is just getting hated on hardcore in this list because at number 22, My Hero Academia, all the way down at number 22. How do you guys feel about this?
I feel like there's a plot in this one, that's for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, there's definitely some plot.
There's some plot in My Hero Academia. There is. But do you agree with it being number 22 on this list?
I don't agree with none of these numbers. My Hero should be higher. Yes.
You know what we should do? We should take this same list and do our own re-ranking of it.
I think we should do our own just all-time list.
I mean, yes, that too.
Because if I'm limited to what they have on this 25, then nah.
Okay. Number 21, disagree horribly. Made in Abyss. Number 21, absolutely outrageous. It should be up there. It should move up at least 5. Come on now, people.
This is my question. If they got Made in Abyss in this list, then there should be some more newer animes. Like I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you gotta separate the animes by the decades. Like you gotta do the best 90s anime, the best 2000s anime, because
you gotta do a bracket.
Yeah,
bracket,
I think it's only fair because it's hard when you're going up against the OGs. Like, how did Made in Abyss go? I'm not arguing with it, but how did it make it on this list out of everything?
What? Because the plot is fantastic.
There's only one season out or two seasons.
There's 2 seasons. Shannon. So that doesn't mean anything.
We haven't found out. She hasn't even. I don't really know much. This is like the beginning of the anime. I tried to read it. The anime is like the second season. It's not far past that in the manga. So this anime is still fresh and new. There's like the jury's not out on this anime yet. It started off ready. Like it's on a King the Ka trajectory right now. But like,
I mean, I guess I see what you're saying, but I feel like it has more plot than. Well, I'll see. We'll see what's higher up on the list. So we'll see. But I think it needs to be higher because it's a great story. It's a great story. So I disagree.
We got to do brackets. I think we got to do the 10.
We do have to do brackets. I think. Yeah. James, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures coming in at number 20. I know you're outraged by this.
Entire series. Yeah, that don't make no sense. I got to see what the rest of this list is. So this is my first time seeing this list at all. So I'm very curious to see what 19 anime they think are better than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Well,
the numbers
for one,
are off.
Naruto Shippuden, number 19. So
I want to know how they're gonna do JoJo Bizarre Adventure, the entire series, and then just do Dragon Ball Z and then Naruto Shippuden.
There's some heavy bias in this.
That's what I'm saying. Who made this list? I don't trust their opinion. I don't even watch JoJo's, and I would probably agree based on the fan base that it shouldn't be all the way down here. But we'll see.
Crazy.
So Naruto Shippuden is coming in at 19. They putting all the big anime, like they're putting all the like big classic anime down at the bottom.
Obscure thing in the top 3.
Tell me Naruto don't have no plot.
No, Naruto has a plot.
Naruto. It should be way higher on this list.
Coming in, yes, I agree. Naruto does have a plot. There's substantial plot lines in between.
Plot is not even the word. Naruto has like Days of Our Lives plot. Like
Well, I wouldn't say it was that dramatic, but
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
I cried to this anime.
All right, coming in at number 18, Death Note. Death Note's good. So
It's really good.
I would Death Note has plot. Actually,
Most lists have Death Note as
no
number
action.
one.
Number one? I don't think Death Note
It's in the top 3 of a lot
number
of lists.
one, but Death Note is a great anime. Again, because it's all story based and it's not a battle anime, which I love. I don't hate battle anime, but I enjoy stuff like this better because it's all story going on. It's great. So cool. Death Note, that's cool. 17, Attack on Titan, coming in at number 17.
Do you agree with this number, Shannon?
Probably no. It could go a little higher. It could be. I feel like Attack on Titan could be the last spot in a top 10.
What? Name 5.
I'm kidding.
I'm
kidding.
Holy, that's another conversation. We can do this another day.
Attack on Titan could be in the top 10. I don't know where in the top 10, but it definitely shouldn't be out of the top. I said
top
I don't know
5.
where in the top 10.
It's in my top 5.
I mean,
but
but
top 3.
It could It could end up in the top. I said somewhere in the top 10. So that's.
I'm gonna stand right here and say Attack on Titan is in my top 3. And I said Dragon Ball Z was in my top 5. I need to come up with a top 5. Let me not just throw stuff like that out there. I gotta really come up with a top 5. A really, really top 5 from strongest.
Maybe we can do that instead of trying to make a top 25 or just our personal top.
Or top 10. Make
10.
it easier.
Top
do
10.
top 10.
Do
top
10.
10.
Okay. Yeah.
By the decade. And of course we haven't seen all anime. But
I don't think you have to split it up by the decade though. I think you could just do your personal top 10s. It could be from all walks of life, I think. And all years. We'll do that.
I think I would have to do like a current list and an all-time list.
Okay, hold on. We have to get through this list because the higher up we get, the more outraged I am. Next, 16, Ouran High School Host Club, which I've only seen a little bit of. I don't think it should be number 16, but that's just me. But whatever.
This is the first one I haven't seen.
I haven't seen this one, so no comment.
I've heard it's pretty popular. People like this show.
How long is this?
How long is what?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be on this list if it wasn't popular, but I just don't know nothing about it.
Yeah. 15, Devilman Crybaby. Hard disagree. I hated this show.
Absolutely not.
With a passion. Hate this show. Move it down. This one, I don't.
Wait.
I feel like
Devil May Cry Baby. Devilman Crybaby on the top 25 all time.
Yes, that's what this list is. This list has
I'm
lost
ready to
its
stop reading
credibility.
this list. I'm ready to be done with the list.
Credibility is out the window. Devilman Crybaby is like nauseating.
What?
It is so. I hate that show. I hate it so much. Can you guys hear my phone ringing?
Barely, but
Thank
not
you.
really.
Okay, great. So I'm not gonna get up and get it. Okay, so no, hard disagree. Horrible show. Number 14, Demon Slayer, coming in at number 14. How do you guys feel about the placement of Demon Slayer?
It should be on the list. I don't know. The numbers it should be on the list, but the numbers up for debate.
Yeah, I'd like to.
That we said already. There. Yeah, there's some animes that we said already that are better than it, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if I would put it above.
All right.
All
right. Coming in at number 13, Code Geass, Lilac of the Rebellion. I've never seen any of Code Geass at all. So, have any of you guys seen?
Is good.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
Give me 1 second.
Gotcha.
Code Geass. I haven't watched that in a minute. That was when I was watching Death Note. That's what I was about to say to her.
Yeah, I think Shannon would like Code Geass. It's not a battle anime per se.
I would like the show. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's not a battle anime, so you should definitely watch this one.
Okay.
It's similar to Death Note. It's a lot of talking.
Yes, I wouldn't say it's a thriller. It's kind of a thriller.
And it's more
it's psychological.
You have to pay attention because he's talking like tactics. It's like army tactics.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. I'll add it to my list. Number 12, never seen the show, Samurai Champloo?
Mm-hmm. Samurai Shampoo. Highly critically acclaimed. I just was talking to somebody and they were telling me about, we were trading favorite animes, talking about this one. I haven't seen this one either, but it's critically acclaimed and highly rated. It's on my list of classic animes to go watch. So I know it should be on this list.
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
really good. It has a cool hip hop like score, so hip hop music is involved. But yeah, it's a really good one.
Nice. All right, number 11, Bacchanal. Haven't seen this one either. These are all
Never
really
heard of
old. You're
this.
right. This is like all like a classic anime list. Never heard of this either. So I can't really
Only
say.
16 episodes. I might watch that this week.
Yeah, you should watch it and let us know if it deserves to be number 11. All
Yeah,
right.
you watch that one and I watch the next one, FLCL, because I ain't never seen
Yep.
that one either.
So now we're moving into top 10. Top 10. FLC. Oh, Fooly Cooly.
Yeah, I never seen that.
Yeah, I've heard of Fooly Cooly though. I've heard a lot about Fooly Cooly. I've just never watched it.
I watched
It
it.
looks
I
fun.
felt like it was overrated.
Oh,
Oh, really?
hey.
Yeah, no, it's good, but it's not top 10 good like that, like they're saying, but it's good.
I'm sure.
Top 10 all time, James.
All time top 10. It's crazy. Not even personal top 10, just all time. It's crazy. Number 9, Yu Yu Hakusho. What do you guys think about Yu Yu Hakusho's placement?
Classic.
Number 9.
I think it's just a cool spot for it.
Stamp certified.
All right. That's one thing we have agreed on in this list. 8.
I would be more. I would compare this show with Dragon Ball Z fighting for a spot than some of the other ones. They just cemented.
Yeah. All right. So number 8, Neon Genesis, Evangelion.
Evangelion.
I haven't watched this. I haven't watched this one. So you agree that it should be number 8 on a top 10?
Oh no, I stopped agreeing once I saw JoJo's. Yeah, it has a very specific fan base. So if what I can tell about this person's list, I can see what they like. I have a confident that I know what the next 7 are going to be. But if this is your taste, number 8 sounds good.
Or even
it's not bad, but
yeah. So maybe we don't have to agree with the exact number, but like, do you agree that it should be like in top 10 of all time at all?
Or on the top 25.
It has a big cultural prominence when it comes to anime. So I mean, I have no gripes about it being in the top 25. It's just pretty high in the top 25.
All right.
And this is one that's been remade a lot, so it has a fan base. So
yeah. All right, number 7, Hunter x Hunter. Number 7.
You know what's crazy? That's exactly what I was thinking of was about to be next on their list. So I can see what this person's taste is. Hunter x Hunter, I think, should be a lot higher, but that's just my personal opinion.
The list is getting better. I'm not mad at the list. Hunter x Hunter it's got to be in my top 5.
Top 5. Okay.
Yes, it was. Man,
No.
Hunter x Hunter was dynamic. Like it had a lot. Like it just every season felt like it was a little bit different, but it was still Hunter x Hunter.
Mob Psycho 100, number 6. I've never seen Mob Psycho.
Classic.
I need to finish it. But
you gotta watch
Mob Psycho is really good.
Amazing.
I've heard good things about it.
From the creators of One Punch Man, so it's a silly, like that dry humor type of thing, but he's super OP. Super OP. If he gets to 100%, it's like it's insane.
The best way to describe it
the
is
animation
One Punch Man
goes,
with a story.
Like the animation is so like crazy. Like I can't even describe it. It just goes insane.
All right, I have to add this.
There's an actual story to this though, so I think you'd enjoy it. It's not just fighting, senseless fighting. Like there's character development for a bunch of the characters actually, but
I have to add this to my backlog list. I have a backlog list of anime, just as James has a backlog list of video games. Next, number 5. Now we're getting into top 5. Hajime no Ippo. Haven't seen this.
I've heard of it. I just haven't seen it. It's super long from what I can tell. So I don't know if I'm going to watch this, but I have heard a lot about it.
It's another sports anime, boxing.
Not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this name. I haven't seen it, like James says, but I've heard this. This is supposed to be critically acclaimed. I'm not mad that it's on the list. Just haven't seen it, so I don't have anything to say about it.
Number 4, Monster. Another one I haven't heard of.
Another one.
This is super new, right?
Huh?
How do you have? Huh?
What did you say?
I think this is super new. I think it's new, or I just started hearing about it recently.
Interesting. It doesn't look like it's new, but it might be. Well, you can buy it on Blu-ray. You can buy it on Blu-ray, so I feel like it's not like it's not new. But I mean, I guess you can buy anything on Blu-ray still. I don't know.
I don't know about top 25, so not for any of us not to even really
top
know
5.
about it.
Yeah. Number 3, One Piece. One Piece is number 3, guys, on the list of top 25 animes of all time.
Okay, that's fair.
100% should be on the list.
Number 3.
I think it should be higher. They probably got
Their-
something
Higher.
foolish.
Their
Next
numbers
two are
are-
probably like
are all
Full Metal
messed up,
Alchemist
so.
and some nonsense. Full Metal Alchemist and probably like Akira.
Okay, let's see. So you agree? You think that One Piece should be higher than
You got
number 3?
one
So
out
you
of
think it
2.
should be number 2 or 1?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Let's go to number 2. Cowboy Bebop. Number 2.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, that's cool.
Not mad.
Number 2, they tripping, but
Alexa, stop. Alexa just started talking.
I'm not even looking at the numbers. I'm just like, should this anime be on the list? Yeah. Number 2, definitely not, but it should be somewhere. I think it
Alexa,
makes it in the top
stop.
25. Cowboy Bebop. Feel like
Okay.
it should.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Number 1, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I knew
You
it.
got it, James. Right on the money.
I know it. So they didn't have Akira, Sailor Moon, none of that.
Oh my god. Nope, no Sailor Moon, even though Sailor Moon was just as influential as Dragon Ball Z at the same time period.
Gosh.
So that's
Like,
crazy.
I feel like a lot of the lists I've seen have the number 1 was either Full Metal or Death Note. Like one of those two.
Yeah,
Who
so
wrote this?
out of this 25, there was 4 that I hadn't seen. So I'll try to check some of those out this week.
This list is shite.
Yeah,
We're gonna come back with our own list.
Yep, we gotta do that.
We gotta do an anime tier list. You gotta find some way to structure that. Like
Yeah.
what
'cause
are
I
the
don't know.
parameters?
Yeah, this list was crap. Oh, Tier Maker actually has an anime tier list templates. So I have to look into how to use that, actually.
Let's do it.
All right. Awesome. All right. Does anyone have anything else to cover before we wrap up for this week?
Nope.
All right. Well, as always, guys, thank you for joining us for yet another week of the Blerds and Nerds podcast. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerds Nerds. You can follow us on TikTok, BlerdsNerds_pod. Send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.